Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Drewlik and we are doing PvP. So today I'm on my sniper again and I'm saying it's all going uphill right now. I am getting more and more gear. I have finally arrived on this server. See, I even have some gear right now, like 3 pieces. That's fine. It actually works out kind of nicely. Of course, after all of the time I've spent here and the initial shock of actually playing against some decent players, because the server does have some decent players, finally out of their holes came creeping out of there the bad players. They are now on the surface. They are now revealed. Shadowlands has a dark side. People who can't play. People who are even fully geared. You've got these. You've got some of these people who have 174 gear. They are fully geared and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And I'm of course having a very interesting time against them because it's not that hard to outplay them if you know what you're doing, using your cooldowns at the right time and such. So in this particular game we are all at south dealing damage. They have a healer, we don't. That's kind of like 90% of your games. They have a healer, you don't, and then you lose. And that shouldn't be like that. You know, it's not like healers are inherently OP or you need a healer to win. That's not the case at all. The thing is that a healer can carry your bad players, whereas a good damage dealer can't carry the other bad players if the enemies have a healer. So yeah, I know it's kind of convoluted how I put it, but it means that they can, support your group a lot more easily and with a lot less skill by just healing. You don't need as much skill for that. You just press your AoE healing abilities, and you don't need to know anything about the game, or not as much about the game to do that and to win. And a lot of the time, your damage dealers, they just die. They have no, what are things, I don't have a healer in my back, what am I actually doing? Like, what are things? What are things? That's what these people ask themselves a lot. So, going over here, I am thinking that there's just an Invis trying to, maybe interrupt me, so I just stand inside of the probe, but it is actually a marauder defending. And he does a weird thing. He uses his Invis because he somehow thinks, he needs to do that. Like, maybe he saw an operative defending and he thought, like, yeah, he always is Invis, so I better go Invis as well. Well, what I want to say with that is I wouldn't recommend going Invis because it's kind of a defensive thing, but, he just used it because, he paid homage to all stealthers defending. So that's what was going on right here. Now I'm looking at my cooldown. I'm trying to cover pulse. I will kick him down, but I get finished off by the marauder before I can do so. Pretty unfortunate, but Also used Ravage to do it. I would rather in that situation use a full Scream, not a Ravage. But I'm not going to judge, especially not if he's the one who killed me. So yeah, it's okay. Use Ravage to kill me all day, boy. It's not a problem. So in a game state, what would you generally do if you're in a situation like me? South is yours, quite decisively actually, but the western emplacement and the eastern emplacement are both gone, and your entire team is for some reason trying to tap the eastern emplacement, which doesn't make that much sense because you can reinforce this one much easier. Then we've got the Sith Juggernaut right here who got blinded, as for some reason this operative guy thought it would be a good idea to try and tap this. So when around 3 seconds of blind was left on the Juggernaut, he started to tap. And I have no idea what he tried to accomplish with that, but let me tell you, it didn't work. So right here I tried to use healing debuff and everything and didn't immediately kill the Juggernaut because I was expecting a lot of things. And here we can see the funny parade of tapping and retapping. So around 3 replacements just changed their owners. We kind of swapped right there. But we do have the better end of this. We've got 2 emplacements. They only have 1. So I'm now in the defending role over here. I have to be because I'm not moving. Why would I? Seeing the same Juggernaut from earlier right now, so just using that against any kind of stealth guy doing anything against me. So now I move away, do use things against him. He does jump, of course, because I gave him that opportunity by moving out of stealth, out of cover I mean. but sometimes they just can't be in cover anymore. So right now I'm using all of my mitigation on these guys. Now that it has kind of run out, I am in a world of hurt, so I am dead, because 4 people focusing me means that I just die. I'm sorry, I'm not that good yet, but I could have, of course, used the accuracy reduction right there a bit earlier. I didn't. That just means that I'm a scrub, and that you shouldn't listen to any advice I have to you, because inherently I can't survive a 3v1 or 4v1.
Tell me what you gonna do now. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, rolling. An ally is unbeaten.
Now, moving over to that emplacement. We are fighting about this so hard, and we are 6 people here, and they are only 2. And everybody with a brain knows what that means. Yes, of course, the eastern emplacement is now gone. I always encourage people to think for themselves, I had another game here, which we lost, where, this guy is funny. I've seen him sometimes. His name is Glockenspiel, or whatever he's trying to do with his name right there. And, yeah, whirlwind me, and he's dead. That didn't work out too well, did it? Now, the thing is, I had another game on this map, where I don't know, some people just don't know where to go. You can, I moved up here and I was like, nope, 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 nope. 4 people here, just run right away again, because my thought process was the following. Everybody got the eastern emplacement, so probably everyone is east. So I'm rather move south and trying to tap that, because that, the eastern thing is not going to work out for us. But apparently, it was even worse than that. It was like a double whammy of badness, My initial assumption was that they're bad and that they're going to stay at east, and therefore I'm going south. But, the double whammy, and where the real badness comes in, is that they all were south and nobody was reinforcing east, even though that was the most easily I can't even talk. Easily. Well, I can't English today. Was the most easily defended, attacked thing, because everyone, as you knew from us, was on the western emplacement, so we could easily would have moved over to the eastern one. So it would be just logical to reinforce that. But instead they reinforced south, so I just ran into 4 people. No, I'm not justifying in a 2-minute monologue why I went south. I'm just saying that you can have some game sense, because as I'm now moving over to east, now everybody is here for some reason. So I'm just a bit too late to the party on any behalf, so that's kind of bad. I also got stunned and then screamed, so they had a bigger interest in seeing me than in doing anything else. Now I'm doing the incredible trick, which is just staying here. It's this thing about object permanence, if they don't see you, which is because I'm now behind this barrier, they think I'm gone, and then they move away. So now we have just one guy over here, and everyone else left, because I don't know. Sorry. Well, I've got the sorcerer over here, trying to mitigate the damage that's going in right here. This guy, of course, tries to rather tap than to kill the other guy, and then we can immediately tap. But that's just my piece of advice for these people, which they don't take, incidentally. So here we are, killing the marauder once more, as he is getting healed by this operative. So right now we're in a situation where we are playing a 2 versus 2. One of them is the healer, and for some odd reason, which I once more do not understand, he doesn't attack the healer. It's not a good idea to give a healer free cast and then attack a marauder. That's never a good idea, so just pressure the healer. But this guy doesn't know how that works, so what he does is he just continues to attack the marauder all the way, doesn't care. So now I'm interrupting that guy, going over here, and now I'm getting ready to combo him. It didn't work out because he stunned me beforehand, and once more the other guy incidentally, he is doing a good job at surviving against the marauder, but of course he's attacking the wrong targets. So over here, this guy tried to go into stealth, interrupted him, and a nice series of shots does kill him. We're at 4%, and now I roll over here. Do use evasion, because, you know, he could maybe use like full scream or anything to finish me. Now I know that he has those dots, so I just disrespect him and try to tap, as we lose this game. So that's kind of odd. I don't know what happened here. Like sometimes you can really see where the game is going and where you should be, and sometimes people aren't where they should be. This was one of these games. I just wanted to highlight that sometimes a horde of people does jack shit. My name is Drewlik. You've been watching WTF PvP, and as always, have a good one.